Hey there guys, it's Rick Utzer here with AirgunWeb and AirgunWeb TV, and we're going to continue our journey with the Brocock Bantam Sniper. This is the HR version, which means it's regulated. We have it in 25 caliber. Today we'll be stretching it out to 75 yards, and we'll be using the Extreme Bench Rest sample targets. These are the official sample targets, so this will give us a very good idea of what this gun is doing at that range. Before I get started, I want to say thank you to Brocock and Daystate for sponsoring these videos. They got some great gear, specifically like this compressor right here, which if you're really into the sport, this thing's a tremendous value. It fills quickly, it works very well, and it's just a pleasure to be able to have your own air on tap and never be concerned about having to chase down air. It's just awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and get set up. We're gonna do 75 yards real quick. As you see here, I do not have anything on the front of the barrel. So what we're gonna be doing today, much like we did at the 50-yard test, is we're gonna be trying the three different options: the barrel nut, the suppressor, and the muzzle brake. Now, last time we were shooting at 50 yards, the suppressor gave us the best, the tightest group. So I'm gonna start with that today at 75 yards, and then we'll move on to the other options. Whichever gives us the best sort of grouping, we're gonna try that again. We're gonna shoot another grouping with that, see if it stays consistent. So that's the schedule today. Guys, stay with us. This should be a great video. We're just gonna do 5 shots here. Give us a good idea of what's going on with it, and then we'll circle back around. Way out to the right. Okay, so that's 5 shots. So we shot with the suppressor moderator. Now I've put the muzzle brake on. Let's see how this does. Oh man, we're really pushing to the right today. I'm not gonna try and adjust for scope or windage. I'm just gonna wanna see where, I wanna see where they're landing. Then we can deal with sighting in the scope and making that more right in the bullseye. Right now we're just looking to get grouping. That's 2 almost touching. All right, the wind's picking up. Let's see what it does. All right, that was exceptional. Okay, we are on to our third test now. We'll do the barrel nut. I took a walk down to the target. I want to get a feel for what the conditions were at the target. And wind's picking up. We're probably into the double digits now, probably 10 mile an hour. And it's still coming out of the west-ish. It seems to be shifting a bit, and it's just getting hotter. It's right around lunchtime here, so it's pretty toasty. Let's see how we're gonna do with just the barrel nut and go from there. Let me start my camera here. Okay, so we are going to shoot our final group now. I switched back to the muzzle brake. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot a couple shots, see where they're landing, and then I'm going to use some mil dots to adjust to try and bring it to center. And I don't know how many times I'll shoot, but I'll shoot enough that we'll really get a chance to see how the consistency is working. Just to give you an idea how hot it is out here, my other cell phone almost died. It almost burned up, so I had to pull it off. Fortunately, with the phone scope system, you just have different plates for different phones, and I have several different phones. So I just swap a different one on, throw the plate on, and I can keep shooting. So I'm not limited to that thing having to process continuously, and I can just switch it out, which is kind of cool. So we shoot one more again. I'm going to shoot a couple shots. Wind's picking up again. Hopefully the target stays still. Shoot a couple shots, see where I'm landing, and then try and use the mil dots to bring us to center. Let's see how I do. Okay, try again. Okay, definitely just stacking to the right, so I should be able to bring that over. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to use my mil dots, and they're landing right about there. Oh, it's about to blow the sign, about to blow over my target. Here we go, last shot. Yeah, wind's really pushing now. And keep going, maybe. Oh, just about went over. It's dying down. Yeah, it's really starting to flail around a bit. All right, so I'm going to call it quits because it's getting really sort of out of bounds on how the wind's just too windy right now to shoot precision shots. I'm going to try and adjust one more time here, see if I can get even closer. Nope, it's going back and forth depending on the wind. All right, we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to grab that target and we'll wrap this video up. Well, that's going to wrap it up, guys, for this video. We shot the suppressor, we shot the muzzle brake, and we shot the barrel nut. And I got to tell you that in some of my other tests, the barrel nut and the muzzle brake sort of shift. They switch places depending on the day of the week, I guess. One time the barrel nut will shoot really well, another time the muzzle brake will shoot really well. So it's going to be between those two in further testing. All right, so this first group here, that was the suppressor, and really that's not terrible in actuality. It's sort of floating out here to the right, which everything sort of was today, but that's not terrible. This is exceptional. This was the first group with the muzzle brake, and if we could have just maintained that kind of consistency, just scooched it over with the mil dots, that would have been awesome, but that didn't happen. This was the barrel nut, also not bad. This was about this, maybe a little bit better than that, but the barrel nut shoots pretty, again, these two, The barrel nut and the muzzle brake go, they're neck and neck for the most part. Now here's where I was shooting, trying to bring it over, and here's my first 2 shots, and then I started sort of bringing them over here, and then the wind shifted and they started floating around again. It's really probably going to be between the barrel nut and the muzzle brake to see what's going to give me the most consistency, but now it's really just going to be up to me to spend a lot more bench time with this at 75 yards, using these targets to kind of see what I can dial this thing into. Well guys, that's going to wrap it up. I want to say thank you for watching. If you want to know more about this product, or you like this, you want to get this exact thing, look, we got this at airgunproshop.com, www.airgunproshop.com. Check it out. Check out our ready-to-go bundles, because we put everything you need, including the pellets, into one package, one price. You don't need to go get anything. It's all there. Guys, my name is Rick Utzler with AirgunWeb, AirgunWeb TV. Thanks for watching.